Let's not waste any time. Race 3 of the Zwift Racing League is upon us, and we will be riding turf and surf on the Mercury Islands. This is the second time the ZRL has raced this route, and it is going to be an interesting race on the mixed surfaces that this route provides. This race is for category C and D. If you are looking for the A and B Recon, that will be a separate video with links down below. This will be a scratch race with teams doing a single lap of turf and surf. Riders will be looking at a total of 24.7 kilometers with 198 meters of climbing. It's going to be a fast, thrilling lap with a wide range of strategies available to teams as they push to take the victory on this stage. Bike choice, it is hard not to recommend the Pinarello Dogma F2024 or the Specialized SL8 with the DT Swiss 65. As we have mentioned prior videos, the disc wheels are only 6.3 seconds faster, a difference which is easily overshadowed by the DT Swiss 65 wheels being 23 seconds faster on an hour of climbing. Given the final climb, being on a well-rounded wheel set may make a bigger difference. This route offers up a sprint segment within the first 700 meters of the race. Being a scratch race where final position matters, it is unlikely to be a fast start like the last time we raced this course. The alley sprint is a flat 480 meter sprint which has a good sight line, so after the initial quarter, you will be able to keep an eye on people during this effort just in case somebody tries to get away. While there are no points in a scratch race, the sprint segments will be where riders get awarded their power-ups. The alley sprint will provide all riders a draft van. If there is any sort of initial mayhem in the form of a hard start, things should calm down rather quickly. The main groupings will form and it will be relatively uneventful from about 1.1 kilometers to the mark of the base of the Festival Harbor climb at 14.6 kilometers. The Festival Harbor climb looks like dirt, but it is in fact sand, and the climb is overall quite draftable. So here, positioning to take advantage of the draft will be important. From 14.6 kilometers to 16.2 kilometers, from 14.6 kilometers to 16.2 kilometers, riders will battle each other on the 2.6 average climb. But this is where much of the race's outcome may be determined. Teams may choose to push the pace here and look to break up what will still likely be a rather large group at this point. This is also likely the best place to use your draft van power-up that you got in the initial sprint. Climbers will attempt to make a little bit of a break in hopes of exerting as much pressure as they can during the climb, pushing the pace to cause as much damage to the rest of the field as possible. Everyone else will be doing their best to make sure that they maintain contact with the group. The climb reaches a peak steepness of 6% at the 15.5 kilometer mark, which is followed by a wooden bridge where the elevation will flatten to zero. Again, good position will help you gain as much from the draft and help you on your final segment of the official climb. At 16.2 kilometers, you will start hitting a small decline leading you into the Seisha Sprint. The Seisha Sprint is a 283 meter segment that starts at the 16.4 kilometer mark. Given that this sprint is short and there is about 200 meters of slight downhill leading into the section, some teams may attempt to stretch things further out after the climb, breaking up the main group even further. This is where you will receive your feather power-up that will be best saved for the final climb of this race. You will again likely see the speed drop as people get their recovery in and some people push to get reattached to the lead group, but the action will likely be uneventful until the final unofficial climb in the Pain Cavern. At the 21.4 kilometer mark, riders will enter the Pain Cavern, a 2.1 kilometer section with an average gradient of 3%. Again, a very draftable climb that will see some final moves to shed riders before the finish line. The figure 8 section is where the riders will experience the steepest part of the climb, where it maxes out at 6.7% at the 22.8 kilometer mark. Again, this may be a great place to deploy the feather to get the most out of it, or some people may choose to hold on to it and go for a late race push. With the climb complete, there will be only 900 meters before the finish line as people hit the pavement once again. Once riders have made the turn towards the bridge, the finish line should be in sight in the distance. With 750 meters remaining at this point, some riders will try to hold the gaps that they've created on the climb, while others will frantically try to close things down and get into a position where there can be a sprint finish. 300 meters is a good launching point, but even that short sprint may feel like an eternity after the climb and the racing prior to it. It won't hurt to have a teammate here to help propel you to the finish. Hopefully this video has helped you establish a strategy going into the race. Best of luck in next week's race. Remember to comment and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And if you've enjoyed this recon and want to use the elevation maps in your videos and live streams and recons, please check out the link in the video down below so we can make that happen. Until next time, see ya.